New hedge funds are struggling. US regulators have asked Citigroup for urgent changes. In today's video, we got a ton of stuff to cover with AMC, so make sure to watch until the end of the video so you guys don't have to waste your time on YouTube watching another update video. I'm gonna cover everything that there is to cover. Without further ado, please hit the like button. That is all I ask. It is free. It's a click of a button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. I want to start the video off with the numbers on AMC because I find it interesting. They're a little bit different than usual. They're a bit more inflated, and this is what we like to see. We like to see numbers inflated. We like to see data rising because that essentially just shows us that there is more pressure, more eyes on the stock, etc., etc. Take a look at the options chain number 1. 45,000 calls compared to 14,000 puts expiring in the money, as well as 73,000 calls expiring out of the money. Bullish option chain, and we are winning on it at about a 3x rate. The option chain is also bullish for next week, the week after that, and week after that as well. Watching that March 15th meeting, which if the Fed ends up cutting rates, we could have a gamma squeeze, and we're going to talk about that later when we get into the overall market. Looking at the 9th, 263,000 short exempt volume. On the 6th, it was 602,000, and then the 5th, 276, and then we had 2 days of 110. So they are trying to stomp this thing down, yet AMC has been going green. What does this mean? Are we going to gap up? Well, taking a look at the short interest as well, we're sitting at 31.24 million shares shorted at a 12.47% short interest free flow on AMC. So Ortex numbers are going wild as this continues to scale higher. Now we know it is much greater than that. So taking a look at this to identify the trend just shows how hard they are trying to stomp the price action into the floor. Touching on the chart, we're trading at $4.58, up 4.57% on the day, and we have been scaling higher, which is exactly what we wanted to see. We tracked the touch points from the previous cycle, scaling higher, coming down, and then gapping up. Is this that segment finally, right? The cycles often play out very similarly. They don't have to play out exact, and it's kind of hard to tell which part we're at when they don't play out exact. But based off of where AMC is trading at right now, it looks like we are about to gap higher, breaking not 1, not 2, but testing the 3rd resistance level that we want to see a break out of, and I think this is going to be the last one before AMC gets some more volume and gets a push higher. If we take a look at previously what we're tracking right before the run up in January when the buy button was taken away, this is what you saw. You saw a scale out of this, testing this trend line, breaking over, kind of basing off of the next one before gapping higher. Now this is playing out very similarly again, but not exact. And that is where I think AMC is at, so just brace yourselves. On top of that, we track Ethereum Classic with AMC, and it's retesting this zone at $26.75. If we break above, Ethereum Classic is going to move much higher, up to 45 for the next resistance level, and then higher after that. And I think that is what is about to come, especially with crypto running. We're going to touch on crypto towards the end when we touch on the overall market. And AI. AI is going crazy. But Ethereum Classic looking beautiful. On top of that, another thing that tracks with these plays is XRP. Huge XRP short squeeze on the horizon. According to several different articles, XRP is in quotes lagging behind, maintaining a relevant volume of bearish short positions, creating short squeeze opportunities for next week or sooner. A short squeeze happens when short sellers are liquidated, facing a sudden price surge during trend reversals. So these are the exact articles that we want to see, stating that XRP is lagging behind and it is about to squeeze short sellers out of their positions. XRP, AMC, a lot of correlation, as well as Ethereum Classic. Now, what you saw at the beginning of the video as a little bit of a clip, we're about to jump into what's happening with hedge funds as well as Citigroup and other banks. But real quick, GameStop is up 2.73%, trading at $15.06. Tested this zone that we have been watching. GameStop is looking really well, right? Because we had an opportunity to flash down and play out the cycle, which is not technically invalidated yet. It's becoming less and less valid as we move higher. We are testing the macro trend line once again, and I've said if the cycle plays out as a bull cycle, right, a bullish cycle, at least based on the previous ones, very similarly, right, we would break out of the macro trend line and have a double high around $18.35 or higher, right? That would be the only time we break out of the macro trend line, and that would also have the algorithms pushing GameStop even higher. So as of right now, watch that resistance, and if we take a look, they are dumping short exempts on it 42,000. Now you might not think that's a lot because AMC's is much greater, but take a look at the float sizes, take a look at the volume traded day in and day out. That is extremely high for GameStop. You don't see this down the line at all, okay? 42,000 on a little pull up, right? Testing the macro trend line. Algorithms want GameStop and AMC to move higher. There's so much buy orders that have to be put through in the algorithm, and they're matching them with fake sells. GameStop also bullish on the options chain by a large rate. 21,000 calls expiring in the money compared to 3,000 puts, and then out of the money kind of evened out as well, but bullish for next week on GameStop. Now, new hedge funds are struggling while established players raise fees to record highs. Previously, we talked about hedge funds clients pulling money out in 2023 as hedge fund investments fell to new lows. They ended up hiking fees to the highest on record. Okay, so hedge funds are not doing well because of how hard clients are pulling money out, and just to stay afloat, they have raised fees for them to handle your money to record highs. Moving on, US regulators have just asked Citigroup for urgent changes to the way it measures default risk of its trading partners. This is major. Yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, we talked about shadow banking and the shadow banking crisis surpassing $1 trillion. If you haven't seen that, make sure to go watch that video. And now regulators are saying, Citigroup, this has to happen immediately. You need to change the way that you measure your risk of your partners, right? Of your trading partners. This is huge to pay attention to. This is substantial. Now, Mr. Beast put out a post yesterday at the Super Bowl. Speaking of the Super Bowl, I lost my picks by 1 pick. George Kittle, bro, what are you doing? Anyway, Mr. Beast posted a picture, and if you look in the back, who is that? Kenny G. I looked at this picture and I didn't even see it. It blows my mind that I didn't even see this guy in the background until it was brought to my attention. Now, who is he talking to? He's chatting it up with the New England Patriots CEO Robert Kraft in the background. Quite an unusual pair. The last time there was coverage of these two billionaire CEOs meeting, it was on September 20th, 2023, when the Ukrainian president met with Wall Street CEOs and business power players to discuss efforts to rebuild his war-torn country and its economy. Again, probably nothing. Now, we could be jumping the gun on this, but let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Now, the market is going absolutely insane, which is going to be good for AMC and GameStop for this move that we're about to see. It's trading at 503.06, so it broke above 5,000 above this trend line. If the SPY stays out of this trend line and holds, we have a lot of room higher, with that next level being around 555 for the SPY or 5,550 for the S&P 500. Not only that, that wouldn't be the top of the range. The top of the range would be at this top channel that we have drawn out that the SPY could hit. So we are about in the middle of the channel right now for the SPY, so you could see rejection and reversal coming in, or a slight correction over the next couple of weeks, right? And in my opinion, the next thing that is going to move this thing one way or the other is the March Fed meeting, because we are coming right up on it, so pay attention to that. Now, history says that the Fed will begin cutting interest rates in March of 2024. Historically speaking, the Fed waits 8 months on average from its last rate hike to start cutting rates. With the last rate hike being in July 2023, rate cuts would be expected to begin in March 2024 based on the historical average. But markets are saying the exact opposite, with the odds of a rate cut in March down to 19%. So in some cases, such as 1997 as well as 1969, the Fed waited as long as 18 months to begin cutting rates. Rates are all but guaranteed. Historically speaking, there is a high likelihood the Fed will cut interest rates in March of 2024. However, in some instances, they've waited a lot longer, and keeping rates higher for longer is something that Fed Powell has mentioned in the past, which might spook the market. Also, if we do cut in March, TMF should take a moon trip. Bitcoin tested 50,000. This is the level we're watching. It is testing resistance. If we break 50K, easy, get a day close, watch 54, and then we will evaluate from there. As of right now, crypto is doing amazing, and Bitcoin is coming into the halving with 66 days left, 7 hours and 9 minutes. And this was a little bit earlier, right? 1:18 p.m. Eastern Standard. So this clock is just going down and down. And the more this goes down, the more Bitcoin is going to go up. Be ready for that halving. Tesla down once again, 1.82% on the day, 190 even, basing off of this trend line. Nothing's really invalidated, but this does look ugly on Tesla. Just want to let you know that right now. If we break below this channel, watch for a hold at 184.20 once again. Below that, watch for that previous hold at the relative low around 175.55. And then of course, Tesla will become in a very, very dangerous zone that I wouldn't want to hold through. But if we gap up 197 and 210, now what happened? Tesla temporarily slashed the prices of some Model Y cars in the US until February 29th, specifically lowered prices for its rear wheel drive and long range models by $1,000 each to $42,990 and $47,990 respectively. This indicates a discount of 2.3% and 2% from previous prices. This doesn't really mean much for Tesla. I think they're milking the shit out of this downtrend. Short sellers are milking this downtrend in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on Tesla. But AI, ARM, ticker symbol ARM, after a 75% increase on a beat on earnings, it is up another 25% today, 142.82, coming all the way up to 163.50. These AI stocks are going insane. I don't know where the liquidity is coming from, but even taking a look at ticker symbol AI itself, a company that is not doing the best, previously had a head and shoulders pattern, came down, tested the bottom of the fib, and now it is retesting the 382. These are running, Mara and Riot is running, everything is running. You want to play the trend. This is where we make some money. AI is up 10%. It got rejected. Watch for a break over $32 and a full candle close for that next move up if we do get it. Otherwise, watch for a rejection. And Nvidia has been flying, as we all know. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but the AI sector is going crazy. But look at BMR, up 1,000% today, trading at $19.89. What happened? What is this? BMR announces video conversion solution with Nvidia, and the stock jumped 1,000% on the day. Absolutely insane. Let me know if you are playing it. I know some people are playing it in Discord. This could be very, very risky. However, we also don't know where fair value is, especially with these AI companies as of right now. So ticker symbol ELF, I've been talking about it, up a percent on the day, trading above the 1618 on the fib, meaning in my opinion, there is a lot of room to come all the way up to about 224, and this is exactly what I entered in the trading challenge as of right now, slightly down. We also jumped in BMR for fun, down a bit on that as well. As of right now, I have a stop on ELF, no stop on BMR because we only have one share, and I'm willing to let it ride because I kind of want to see what it does after hours. Overall, guys, that is what I got before today's video. Make sure to get in the Discord. Come talk with me. Come talk with the most amazing people. We have the best vibes in there. We have options trading alerts. We post our gains, post our losses. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. So level your trading journey up. There are no bad questions. Whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, this is the place to go. Come join for the year of 2024. And if you guys want up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, sign up for Moomoo using my link and deposit even $1 or even a penny in there to start earning free stocks. That link is in the top of the description as well as pinned in the top of comments. This video is about to end, so join the Discord and go download Moomoo and make a deposit. It takes 2 minutes out of your day. You guys won't regret it. Those free stocks can pay for Discord. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.